Crazy facts about Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, that everyone ignores. Beyonce's first pregnancy was such big news at the time that fans could not stop talking about it, and were looking forward to seeing her first child with her husband, Jay Z. Beyonce and Jay Z's fans were like eager, excited parents waiting for their child to come out into the world. Everyone already knew that Beyonce and Jay Z's first child would be as famous as them. 2 days after the child, Blue Ivy, was born, Time magazine named her the most famous baby in the world. This title still holds true due to her achievements, stylish looks, and confident attitude. As the daughter of Beyonce and Jay Z, it's difficult for Blue to maintain privacy. However, with the attention surrounding her childhood and celebrity lifestyle, it's important to consider if her fame is solely due to her parents' status. This video takes a closer look at the problematic aspects of Blue Ivy's fame that are often overlooked. Blue Ivy has been famous since she was born. She was destined to be as famous as her parents, Jay Z and Beyonce, and fans happily accepted this. Even before she was born, fans could not help but wonder how it felt to be the child of one of the world's power couples. On the 2011 MTV Video Music Awards red carpet, Beyonce announced her pregnancy with her daughter, Blue. Later, during her performance, she shared her excitement with the crowd by telling them to stand up and feel the love growing inside of her. She then cradled her baby bump, bringing all the attention to her unborn child. Despite not yet having a name, the media was already captivated by Beyonce's daughter. However, with all the attention focused on Blue Ivy, there was tons of toxic media coverage, one of which was about her hair. In the early months of her life, Blue Ivy was frequently featured in the news. While much of the coverage was positive, some of it devolved into problematic territories, such as when some individuals started a petition calling for Beyonce and Jay Z to brush their daughter's hair. Every time a new picture of the toddler was released, her hair was in its natural, kinky state, which is typical for a 2-year-old. While many people didn't see an issue with this, some people felt strongly enough to start a petition on change.org called Comb Her Hair. The petition has since been deleted. The creator Jasmine Tolliver wrote, "As a woman who understands the importance of hair care, it's disturbing to watch a child suffering from the lack of hair moisture. The parents of Blue Ivy, Sean Carter aka Jay Z, and Beyonce have failed at numerous attempts of doing Blue Ivy's hair. This matter has escalated to the child developing matted dreads and lint balls. Please, let's get the word out to properly care for Blue Ivy hair." It looked like the state of Blue Ivy's hair was a big deal since the petition amassed about 5,000 signatures. Supporters of the petition took to social media to express their opinion. One person wrote, "Because no child whose mom spends thousands on her hair monthly should live life looking like a sheep." Another person said, "I hate when the mother looks like $1 million with her hair all done, and the child looks like they haven't seen a comb since they were born." However, a lot of people found this petition dumb and ridiculous. It made no sense at all why adults would choose to pick on a little girl's hair just because her parents could afford to buy the most expensive hair care stuff. Beyonce's response to the situation was not entirely positive. According to HuffPost, the pop star was seen purchasing baby relaxer products at a drugstore shortly after the petition went viral. She also posted a note on social media that featured a baby comb in the corner, and the note read, "Fine, I'll do it. Y'all happy now?" It was unclear whether Beyonce purchased the relaxer products to please the public or not, but she did not address the issue. But there's more, and it was even messier than Blue Ivy's hair petition. When Blue Ivy was born, the internet had a lot of opinions about her unique name. Many of them admired Beyonce and Jay Z's creative approach to naming their child. However, there were also several who made fun of Blue Ivy's name. Many questioned how her parents came up with this kind of name. Nevertheless, Blue Ivy's name was trademarked, and this caused quite a stir all over the internet. But it's not uncommon for celebrities to do this for their names and businesses. The drama about Blue Ivy's name started in 2016 when a trademark application was filed to protect her name for entertainment services. Now, the name Blue Ivy was already registered by an event planning company belonging to Veronica Morales. Veronica filed an opposition to Beyonce and Jay Z's trademark, and the dispute became contentious. According to Veronica, the original Blue Ivy trademark was not intended for use, and she cited Jay Z's 2013 interview with Vanity Fair as her source. Jay Z had stated in the interview that they had trademarked their daughter's name to prevent others from profiting off of it, but not for their own commercial use. However, Veronica's argument was rejected, and in 2020, Beyonce won the legal battle, and the name Blue Ivy Carter can only be used by the child herself. The legal battle that resulted in the Carters winning the rights to the name Blue Ivy was criticized by many, as it appeared unnecessary for them to take legal action against a business owner in order for their daughter to potentially profit from her name. People People assume that the reason Beyonce and Jay Z trademarked their daughter's name was that she would eventually follow in their footsteps in the music industry. It looked like Blue Ivy's career path was already laid out for her to follow. This seemed like too much for a young girl who's supposed to enjoy and make the most of her childhood. This wasn't the case for Blue Ivy. She holds the Guinness World Record for being the youngest person to be featured on a Billboard charting song when her vocals were included on her father Jay Z's song Glory at less than 2 days old. This was just the beginning of a childhood that seemed more like a career and less like a typical childhood. At the age of 9, Blue Ivy became one of the youngest people to ever receive a Grammy Award and to remain the youngest person to have received a Grammy Award for Best Music Video. Her appearance and vocal contribution to Beyonce's Brown Skin Girl alongside Wizkid earned her the award. However, some people believe that Blue Ivy's success was a result of privilege because of her famous parents. They criticized the child for having a career that she did not work hard for. Just because her parents were famous, she was automatically given the award because she sang. There were so many children out there who could do better than her in singing and in performing. For them, it was just unfair and ridiculous because everything was handed down to her, including fame and recognition. They argue that Blue Ivy did not do anything to receive the awards. Many people didn't see it, but Blue Ivy seemed to take her involvement in her parents' music seriously. She's a skilled dancer and has participated in some of Beyonce's live performances and music videos. However, it's undeniable that she benefits from having famous parents, which has led her to being thrust into the public eye and the entertainment industry at a young age. From hiring a personal stylist for red carpet events to taking her on tour, Beyonce and Jay Z have made Blue Ivy's childhood more like a head start on her career, raising questions about whether she's growing up too fast. Blue Ivy has tons of fame and attention due to her parents' celebrity status, but some argue that this fame is causing her to grow up faster than a typical child her age. While she still displays typical preteen mannerisms, such as cringing when her father draws attention to her in public, she's not like the average 10-year-old. This is evident in the way she dresses, as a picture of her shared by Tina Knowles on her 10th birthday showed her looking taller and more mature. Fans were expecting that Blue Ivy's choice of clothes would be more colorful and playful. She may have looked older than her age, but this doesn't mean that fans have to dwell on this too much. Speaking of too much, Blue Ivy does not bat an eye when it comes to spending. Jay Z and Beyonce have a combined net worth of nearly $2 billion, so it's not surprising that their daughter Blue Ivy also has a significant net worth of $500 million. With that much money, it's only natural for her to indulge in luxury hobbies, and recently, her favorite hobby seems to be participating in auctions. In 2018, Blue Ivy made headlines for trying to outbid Tyler Perry at the Wearable Art Gala, placing a $17,000 bid on an acrylic painting of a young Sidney Poitier. Tyler Perry countered with an $18,000 bid, but Blue Ivy quickly raised her bid to $19,000. Her father Jay Z jokingly tried to get her to put her paddle down. Although Tyler Perry won the bidding war at the 2018 Wearable Art Gala, Blue Ivy wasn't ready to give up on the thrill of bidding. At the 2022 event, Blue Ivy had her sights set on a pair of Lorraine Schwartz earrings that were previously worn by her grandmother and co-founder of the event, Tina Knowles, and was owned by Beyonce. The earrings were the most expensive item of the night, and just as someone else was about to purchase them for $80,000, Blue Ivy jumped into action and stood up, waving her paddle to bid $95,000. Unfortunately, the 10-year-old was outbid and the earring sold for $105,000. The concern with Blue Ivy's access to money is that it could potentially be bad for her. Many children of celebrities with vast amounts of unsupervised money do not always get along. However, considering her parents are Beyonce and Jay Z, it's possible that things will turn out differently for her. While Blue Ivy has a significant amount of privilege due to her famous parents, it's also true that she's a celebrity in her own right, which is why people may not discuss the problematic aspects of her upbringing as much. Although Beyonce and Jay Z may have made some questionable decisions in raising Blue Ivy, they're also known for their ability to raise successful and confident children. Only time will tell how Blue Ivy's upbringing will affect her as an adult and whether the media attention is causing her to grow up faster than her age, or if it's just a side effect of being part of a famous family. For now, people should just be happy for her. She was born to rich and famous parents, so it makes perfect sense that she's living a luxurious and privileged life. So far, Blue Ivy has been a good child because no news has ever been reported about her being rude to anyone. It's only the people around her who throw toxic comments at her because she's living a far better life than the rest of us. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.